Good afternoon, good afternoon. Tifo adofo ne ahwefo a home TV. Pay attention. And when you go so I will share you late kakra we had a technical issues. But nyame aboa na esort no at the fidie na ye adwument no. We be to me see. Number sa obetumi afre home TV UK 07956266936 and 07960314868. Home TV UK your phone numbers no. Can say how UK into ball +44 and some other numbers no so atwaso. Aboafo abrebi omo boy na di dwumadi bro. Ibi ni ITS Pro Training Center. ITS Pro Training Center services omo render ebi CSCS cards and door supervision licenses. Say afi na wo sha se kwa 4 days. Say top up training so 2 days. ITS Pro Training Center omo numbers here 07931661466. Afi Marcos Multimedia yana director Marcos Studio Ura Odano Marcos Multimedia omo services omo fire photography, music videos, wedding coverages, posters, parties and birthday festivals, album covers, business cards, TV and radio adverts, invitation cards, DJ and MC services, any videos. Say a year na when party na wose Marcus Multimedia me try mawa we betumi afre omo 0744889490. Try your commercial break na yaba sisi a menko baby. afternoon, for the four Asher for I home TV. Pay attention. And when you go so or share and then here our community Mupana, Yeba Abekan, better. Yeah, the English Befra. Senya Omoa and Ekum Casa and so between me. I take a crab called the star. Your TikTok no so near the other day, and for Musa, among your Ghana for almost so much TV because they are very good in that program like right. Reverend, how are you, Reverend?
I'm very well, by the grace of God. We are keeping on.
I learned your name is Reverend. If I'm wrong, I want you to introduce yourself, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, listeners. I'm Reverend Ayi, Daniel Ayi. Yeah.
Are you in church?
Yeah,
I'm in church.
Currently, I'm assistant in Master Seed Chapel International as one of the lay pastors. Yeah. So just
where is it?
We are in Leighton, Lama School. We meet there every Sunday at 10:30.
The address, if anybody want to come there,
yeah.
The address?
I'll communicate with you after.
Okay, that's good. And going further, could you tell us your background?
I've studied special needs and early childhood studies in uni. I've worked practically with children, families with challenging behavior. I've worked in colleges, I've worked in schools, I've worked in homes, children's homes, play schemes, and my interest is working with children with autism, with challenging behavior. So for me, that's my area of joy and passion. When I can see them with milestones. Currently, I'm working in a residential home as one of the seniors.
That means you got experience working with the children.
By the grace of God, I've got a lot of experience.
That's good. In Ghana, where are you from? If you don't mind.
I'm from Accra. My mom worked with also children's home. So growing up, I had the flair of going there to see the orphans. And so I picked up.
That means your mom planted in you.
I picked those things earlier. So I felt that coming into this environment and with what I saw, going into it further, I can broaden my knowledge. And so that's why I'm into it. And for me, the cloud that is a bad thing, I want to true light, especially for parents and for, them to know that there's always help and there's a way where there seems to be no way. I'm talking to everybody, whether you are a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, if you can embrace what God has given you, you will make progress. And so that's what led me into this mission.
First of all, I'll thank your mom for planting this in you, and you are using it to impact on other children and the entire humanity on this planet. I'll thank your mom wherever she is. But Reverend, when we talk about autism, what is the cause of autism?
There's no main cause for autism. You can't put a finger to anything specific. But then it's also, when you also look at it, you also are looking at from the genes. It comes from the genetics, sometimes genetic. So if your so-and-so had it, it's likely you also have it. And so you can't pinpoint that this is the cause. But then from education and reading, there are a lot of things you can also ascribe which brings the autism, which with help and assistance, it's not a bad situation. There's still help. And so, yeah, it's something we can't put finger on it. But then once it's diagnosed and accepted and you embrace it, there's help.
That means it comes from genes.
Yeah. Genetic. Yeah.
Right. So how are we gonna do to? It looks like UK, the autism is the rise of autism is getting too much in UK compared to Ghana. I know we have autistic children in Ghana, but here it looks like many children are now born with the autism. So what's the cause?
Well, personally, I think it's also as a result of the food and
The food we eat.
The food we eat. Yeah. And so then back home we have fresh foods every time parents are cooking, trying to get things organized. But here you just go and pick up something from Iceland. You know, frozen food. So I think it's the result of the food we are eating, which brings up all these symptoms and these negative things. I've always have aversion to frozen food. When I came to the UK, I was everyday cooking. I was like, what is this still microwave thing? But with time, it's like you have to leave home at 5 a.m., come home at 9, and so then you are back to frozen food, microwave, frozen, fridge food. And so that's for me the reason, one of the reasons which has caused the increase in.
But is UK government, aware that the frozen food is contributing to this what we call autistic children we are having? Is he aware of it?
There's a certain kind of awareness. Even when you go on the NHS website and read some of their information on it, it tells you that they know. They are in the know. And it's also, when you're also talking from a business perspective of things, so then it's like, we can see this happening, but we can't see.
Yeah, but governments end up losing money because the people cannot afford buying the what we call organic food because they don't have enough money to do so.
And that's where we are now with even the serious cuts coming through. You see, so then it's like, are we trying to bring the situation down, or are we trying to increase the situation? That's why I'm here this afternoon, parents and guardians and carers listening to me, that we must embrace this whole thing about autism and challenging behavior of our children or our family members so that there will be progress. It's not getting better for the government to embrace and help us anyway. But my being here is to throw light for you, the carer, the parent, to know that there is hope. There's still light at the end of the tunnel. It's very important you embrace that from the onset.
No, sir.
So that the little money comes in, the little advice which comes in, will put you, your child, on a high flyer.
Yeah, let's hit the government side. We go to the challenge and the training and the help, and we go there. But let's hit the government side. Well, because the government is spending more money looking after these autistic children. So if they know the root cause is the food and people don't eat good food, organic food and all that, so what is government doing about this?
I think it lies with the NHS to bring a certain more awareness into the system. Although when you go on their website, they have things to do, what to do. People have not gone there to read. And so it's like the information is there. If you don't read, who cares? So they should try and do more of like awareness creation and education. You know, even in the barrows and the thing, there should be some leaflets which are out there and enlightening the people.
Yeah, with the awareness bit, with the awareness bit is good, But what I'm trying to say is, if government knew this, the root cause is the good food people don't eat. Because people can only eat what they can afford. Yeah. Sometimes they'll go to a supermarket, they know the organic food is there, but because the affordability is not there, they cannot afford it. Rent is up, bills, everything is up, so they just pick what they can afford. So what government is doing to what they call curb the root cause?
Well, I can't answer for government. But then what I can say is that we must also try to educate ourselves and learn and know. Go on the website, read what's happening, know what's happening. And so it's like you're armed. So even if government is not doing what he has to do, you, the parent, know what you have to do. And with that, you're on a better footing to help yourself and your child. And we have a where we point at government. Okay? They know what to do. If they will do. And then like they are cutting things, they are cutting. They are not even listening to advocacy groups and things. They are just going on their cutting spree and whatever. When they even were doing the elections, they were saying, no, we won't do anything. But now look, that is government. We on the other side, we bear the brunt. So we must take
the burden
by the hand. Learn, read, community, connect, and then.
Okay, so as a parent, what can we also do to help the situation?
Good. That's where I have a couple of pointers here which will help. And for a few minutes, if you allow me to run through. One of the things we must do is set up realistic goals and milestone for our children. You see, so then if you have children or a son or a daughter with autism who is experiencing challenging behavior, don't burden the person with a lot of tasks. Set realistic milestones. Maybe when it comes to the person's eating, how to hold a spoon, how to set the table. Little realistic things.
Teach them.
Yeah, teach them. And like you say, you are the best teacher. As a parent, you know your child. You know what you go through during the day. So give your child realistic. And one of the things I say, when your child does it, learn to praise. Learn. They are always when
and they are clever,
I'll talk about the uniqueness. You see, the uniqueness of them. When we can also pick out the uniqueness, like one of the things I talked about, the uniqueness. You see, so that if you can play keyboard, buy a keyboard. How much is keyboard? Go on eBay, get a keyboard. Painting. Go and buy color paint.
Give
it to them. Singing. Allow him or her to sing. Whatever it is, the uniqueness, allow the person to go wow on it. Yeah. And then you realize that it's making a lot of milestones. So that's one of the things. They are not stupid. I always say.
You're very smart.
And you see, people, light attract light. You see, even if the person is challenging and you, the parent, have a certain calm disposition, it's very important. Yeah. You have a calm disposition. No matter the tantrum, the meltdown, you have a very calm disposition. Because they can perceive your face. Like, my mom is so stressed. They can't maybe explain to you what they want, but even your attitude, your demeanor, your posture, my God, it works miracles. Yeah.
So your attitude towards them can help them calm down.
Calm down. When it's even morning and you're getting them up to do things, getting them up to town. It's all realistic goals you're trying to set for them. Maybe the bedding. Allow him to do the bed. Just little things. For you, the parents. But sometimes it's like we are too overwhelmed. It's like, just wake up. Look up. Sorry.
You don't have to talk to them anyhow.
No. You don't need to. They are already in a situation. We, the parents, our duty is try and help them understand what they are and get them out to a more better place, a more fruitful place. And that's this thing. And so you have to recognize the uniqueness of your whatever. Another thing you must recognize is as your child grows and develops, be prepared to adjust to your expectations. It's very important. Adjust to your expectations. Maybe he's growing up and it's not doing what you want him or her to do. But you must be able to adjust that. In 3 months' time, she will do this. In 6 months' time, she will do this. Adjust to your expectations. It's very important. Else, you, the parent, will be frustrated. Because if he's learned how to put on the jacket, the next time he'll be able to wear the trainers.
Sure, true, yeah.
And like in our local palace, we call it kambu.
Yeah.
I bet me actually kambu.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all achievement and progress, little milestones. Well done, boy. You know.
Give them some clap.
A clap.
Award them.
Yes, you take a selfie. You put it on the bedside. Expectations. Change the expectations as the people
and encourage them.
And encourage them. It's very important. But because most of us are not hearing some of these things, we are overwhelmed. It's bringing our blood pressure up, having diabetic. Some people
feel so stressed.
Sometimes we don't hear the right information. We've connected with people who are like anti-progress to our children, and so we are not joyous. We don't keep a certain joyful demeanor. Every day we are worrying. You don't need to worry. Mom, Dad, listen to me. As a parent, you don't need to worry. Just identify that uniqueness. Set up that realistic goals. The milestone, the expectations must change with time. And with that, you realize that your son or your daughter will pick up.
Talking about the uniqueness, it's true, because the fact that they are autistic children doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Because if you look at Steve Wonder, he's excuse my word, he's a blind person, but today he's richer than us.
Yes.
I heard that he's building a house in Ghana somewhere.
If you are correct. Forgive us.
Today he's rich. And there was another band, I forgot their name in Ghana. All of them are blind people, but today they are traveling all over the world playing. Yeah. Playing and making money.
You see, and so all these calls for the education. And because there are good examples around.
Yeah.
There are good examples. Yeah. And sometimes even these good examples around us in the world, they are not believers. Yeah. They are sometimes secular people, worldly people, but they are doing well. Yeah. Why not learn? Yeah. And then see it as an example for your child or your daughter. To going to the people chopping your money, sowing seeds somewhere, which is not.
Sometimes too is the stigma community.
The stigma.
Stigma community give it to them. Sometimes you may hold your child when you sit in a bus. People don't want you to sit with them. Even in church, you can see that the attitude towards you and your children. Yeah. They look at you like a funny way. What do you have to say about it?
It's very important. The public embraces this whole concept, this whole autism thing, and challenging behavior of our children on the bus, in the play area, in the marketplace, in church, and everything. Listen, as you're watching me, as individuals, we all have a certain element of autism. You may not believe it, but you have. Because we do things on routines. You wake up, you brush your teeth. You wake up, you go to the shower. You wake up, you go to town, you get your bed, you do your bed, you dress, you wear your bra, you wear your trousers. We all have autistic something in our making. Sometimes, some of us, even if the food is not warm to a certain temperature, we don't want to eat. It's all a certain element of autistic thing we are flowing in, but it's like everything is well with us. So let's accept that this is what we have. We can help people, but even the way we talk to them, the way we advise them, the way we counsel them, the way we signpost them. Because you may be working in a certain adventure play area. It's, oh, Mom, can you bring your child there for maybe 4 or 5 hours just as a relief? But it's like we're all quiet. Yeah. And then we are laughing at them.
Yeah. Which is bad. Some time ago, I was in Sainsbury's, and one of the disabled son with a mom, this boy gave me a sandwich, and I ate it.
Why not?
He gave me a sandwich, I ate it. But I'm here, nothing happened to me.
I think for the mom, he or she will be surprised. Yeah. Because he's not experienced people.
The mom was looking at me, but I ate it right in front of them. Why not? They are human being like me and you. Why not? I ate it.
I've always had this problem with people when I get on the bus, and my role here just to make sure parents are at ease. Yeah. I make sure that I do 1 or 2 sign languages. just to relax the mother. Hey, it is well. This is not a hopeless situation. Just a smile. Then I'll do my thumbs up, happy. Sometimes, how are you feeling? I'll just give it like if it's okay, just stop. And then the mom just calms down. But you can see people just relocating from their seats. It's very unfortunate. Let's help parents because they are already overwhelmed. So when you can see a mom or a dad with a child with challenging behavior, your best bit is to give a smile.
Yeah.
So you're doing well. Make a positive comment. It helps. You may not even give any money, but just a comment, just your posture, your smile is enough to take out that stigma. It's not a hopeless situation. There are good examples. When we can manage these children well, they will become these same good examples we are reading all about in the news. Yeah. So that's one of the other things I'm helping parents to do.
Yeah.
And also redefine what success means to you and your child. Redefine what success means to you and your child. Sometimes they may not have the know-it-all to understand, but try to explain where you are going with them. And it's like, my daughter, I want you to become this, to become a doctor, a lawyer. Explain, bring them along. Kweku, bring them along.
Let me read some comments here. Roy de Freeland is saying, great, we hear you. And Adam Oliver also you mentioned the stigma. Also, parents in denying to accept diagnosis. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Let's touch on that.
I think Adam is right because I have a friend, excuse me to say, Nigerian friend. Her son is autism. I can tell because when she comes to my house, the kind of behavior I see, I know this. But this woman doesn't want to accept that.
It's very unfortunate. If you are listening to me as a parent, autism is not a hopeless situation. Listen, let's help take out that stigma, even in the church community, in our family setting. Because these children, when we look critically, they have their uniqueness. There's that uniqueness. So we should help them instead of placing a certain aversion, a certain barrier. Yeah. It's like they don't want them to sit around even your children. And we have many people grieving. Yeah. You see, because I believe that when they can even come around community, hear the word, the worship, the talking, the environment, the space in our churches, it helps these children heal. You see, so it's very important we don't put a certain stigma on the families. And for us, the Ghanaian parents and the Nigerian parents, let us open up for help. Help is available. We are not in Nigeria. We are not in Africa. We are not in Ghana. We are in the United Kingdom. And there's a lot of help.
And parents doesn't know.
And parents doesn't know. Unfortunately, those who even know are even shy to access it. But let's open up our children to these places of help so that we are trusting that they will be independent one day. And they will definitely become independent if we can follow these little milestones we are talking about here this afternoon. You see your child sitting at table with you to eat. When assembly, sit in assembly. When you go for town shopping, it's there with you, picking items into the shopping bag. What a blessing. And that's what we need. So let's open up to help. Help is available. Another thing about it's also connecting to like-minded people. You see, when you can open up to somebody who is in the same situation, then you know that you are not alone. Yeah. Sure. Liverpool said we are not alone.
So you are not alone, yeah.
I'm not in Liverpool, but Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
Glory. Yes. So you are not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then talk about it. And like I've said earlier on, you are the best teacher of your children. And so why shy away? Why keep silent? Yeah. I wish I have a family with an autistic child here.
You remember?
And so
You
I think
remember-
our
you-
next show will try and bring
Yeah,
one person if it's possible, so that we can flow. I mean,
but it's a kind of funny way because one guy told me he went to one of the church and the woman was praying God should help him to have autism, because in England if you have one autism child you are finished. You can buy your house, you can do anything.
and so that's also an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, the perks which comes with having children with these things, unfortunately, we don't also use it for the right reasons. And so, like, you build a house, you drive a car.
Yeah.
But what about the child?
The child.
We owe them
Child
a
must
duty
come
of
first.
care.
Yeah.
We owe them a duty of care. You see, so then it's like, the money will come. But if you are not using it for what is
What
given.
is meant to be used for, yeah.
And this Africa, we say we are building houses. You are not going out. Between me and you, you know that you are not going out.
No.
The way you like doner kebab, McDonald's, and KFC, you'll be here.
Other day I told my dad, I'm tired, I want to come home. He said, what are you talking about? I spent 35 years here. You just came and you are telling me you come here. Forget it.
Yeah, so it's a certain mindset.
Yeah.
So then it's like, what we have to do to benefit the child and be the parents
Yeah.
in our quest not to be overwhelmed by the situation, we miss it. Please, if you are in a church, you are in a community, embrace this whole concept. Help the families, help the children, be nice to them. Let your children, talk to your children even about it. Once in a while, I talk to my daughter about it. Listen, yeah, they are unique people. They are unique. They have a certain uniqueness. So just embrace it. Because sometimes you can see that even in school, they are given a certain preferential treatment. It's like, why is this person? I said, this is the reason why. So let's talk about it. It's a family thing. Once we can talk about it.
What do you call it? Hildita Zanet, he said, we are enjoying the show. Reverend, is there any special schools or any schools take them? Any schools take the autistic children, or do we have a special schools for them?
Yeah, there are special needs schools in the UK. So in every borough, there's supposed to be 1 or 2 special needs schools. And so then if you check on your borough website and your council website, you should be. But there's a lot of demand because the
council spend money.
And so there's a lot of demand, and like you're saying, there's a lot of children coming up with such symptoms and behaviors. So there's a lot of pressure. Yes, so that's what I'm saying. As parents, we owe it to ourselves to take the bull by our own and then do the work. I mean, we work with people, like-minded people, have the knowledge about what we are doing, and so then we can. So every borough have a certain kind of special needs school.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that you can also, there's also the mainstream school where there's an aspect of the mainstream school which embraces them. Yeah. And then we are working with the Senko and the special needs assistant, everybody working together.
Reverend, I would like you to put your phone number on board in case anybody want to contact you. Okay.
If you want to contact
some parents, even reading is a difficult. Happen to be you are one of our own. They can contact you for help. Mary Ochre, we are to educate our children about autism children. They are special and unique children too. Yeah, Mary, it is true. Yeah. If you can put your phone number.
Yeah, my phone number is 07378626601.
Yeah, can you repeat it again?
07378626601.
Yeah, and the name is Reverend Aye.
There's Reverend Aye, Reverend Daniel Aye.
Daniel Aye, yeah.
I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. You can get in touch with me and we'll talk and I'll give you more.
Yeah. Reverend, is there any training for the parents?
There are trainings online. There are trainings online just to let you know that this is what you are dealing with, and so you can
learn.
Know
how to go about. And
yes,
learn how
it's also learning.
Yeah.
And like I said, you are the best person to even, so once you can know that this is what I can do. It puts you at a certain relaxed pace, and so then you are not frustrated, you are not overwhelmed. You know that. Oh, okay. So one of the coping mechanisms is for me as a parent is going out there at the park to take a stroll. One of the coping mechanisms is playing music. If you're a believer, you play Christian music. It's a coping mechanism. Yeah. One of the coping mechanisms, going on holiday.
Yeah. Travel abroad. Who look after the children if you go holiday? Or you go with them?
You will go with them. No, you won't go with them. Mm-hmm. You make sure that there is provision.
There's somebody there to look after. And who's going to fold that bill? Who's going to pay the other person to look after?
That's when, if you've allowed yourself to get into the system, for maybe your council knows, your GP knows, that's where the acceptance comes. Because when you accept it, then it comes with all the pets.
So the council can arrange somebody to look after?
The council can arrange somebody, a support worker can come in.
So support worker, so you can have a little break to refresh.
To refresh and refine, come. But if you have, it's all family. It's all, I don't want people to know. It's all we are trying.
They always are hiding them in one corner.
Yes, that's where the education comes, even as a parent. And as you're listening to me, open up to talk to like-minded people. Watch the news. Go on the internet, explore. Don't just listen to Ghana news. You know?
Always TikTok,
educate yourself. Yes, educate yourself. Get knowledge, get information. And then to help. Because we want these children to get better and do well. So it's in our interest to know what is available. Who knows? Sometimes there's even more benefits than we ever think of.
Yeah.
But it's not good, so.
Yeah.
Because like,
but one thing is,
you don't want to listen to anybody. Why shut it down?
The thing is, the white people, they don't care whether they have autism or they move on. They know that he came from their womb. They embrace and they accept it. So why we black people, we think differently? Even the fruit, all of them are not equal. You can see some of them are like that, some of them are straight. So why we not accepting this? They are part of us.
It's our upbringing. It's our upbringing and our mindset. And but like I'm saying, we are not in Ghana. We are not in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We are in London.
Yeah.
You see, so then it's like there's a lot of information, education available. Give yourself to knowledge. Give yourself to education. You see, and so then it's like it takes, if it's 100% of a pressure, it brings it to maybe 50.
Yeah.
And then you work it in, and then by the grace of God or whatever faith you have, you see that you're not too overwhelmed. And it's not a hopeless situation like we've always said all this while. And so it's very important you get onto the internet, explore ways. There are a lot of ways you can help the children and help yourself.
Yeah.
Because my main reason being here is to, you the parent, to help yourself.
Yeah.
Not to be overwhelmed. And so...
Edrin, you are doing a great job, Reverend. Edrin said you are doing a great job.
God praise.
Yeah. So, this is a home TV. Pay attention. We are looking at parents with the autism and the challenges and create awareness and the help and education. There's a lot of information you don't know. Reverend happens to be one of the teachers. So we have already put his number on board. You can contact Reverend, and any help he can lead you through. This is one of our own. Yeah, Reverend. Yeah, let's go on.
Yep. One other thing I want to touch on is also that I've even spoken about it already, but just to focus on the present moment rather than worrying about the future or past. Focus on the present. What is gone, 2024, is gone. We're in 2025.
Yeah.
See today as a new day. It's like, wow, this is a new thing for me now as I listen to these gentlemen online today. And I'm going to take steps to it so that there will be progress. It's like you, the parent, must embrace the whole thing in a certain positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you can see that this your child, even your normal child, is not doing well. But you say, you become a doctor. Your parents in culture say you are going to become doctors. You to the mass, you don't know. The science, you can't want to be in charge. But see, obey a doctor, obey a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they speak with the faith and the passion.
Positive thinking, positive statements.
Positive.
Yeah, and some of us, that's what have made us what we are today. Why now that you cannot even say anything? Death and life is in the power of the tongue. And they that love it will eat the fruit thereof. So if you are listening to me, change your language around your child.
Speak positive.
Speak positive. You'll be so glad after listening to us this afternoon and you take these steps. You call for a testimony.
Reverend, I have a friend who happened to be with one autistic child. In the beginning, it was severe, but now every day is getting better. Every day, this boy is getting better, doing things on his own. Is it permanent disease or it does heal?
It does. It does go. And like I'm saying, we all have a certain element of autism, so whether it heals or it does go, it's not a question. It's the progress we want to make, see in our children, so that one day you become independent. So but if it's making progress, why not? Praise God, that's it. It will get better. And I think the parents have also taken a certain positive
actions and decisions, yeah.
Yes, taking a certain positive actions towards the whole thing. Because sometimes the woman is not happy about things, the man is happy. And then that kind of, so it calls for united front, unity. When parents can unite, there is progress. Even if you are a single parent, unite with your child in heart, you still find progress. And so for me, it gets better. Because
sometimes he called me and we have to take him to the beach. He's free, he's swimming and all that.
Listen to me, there's a lot of help here. Listen, I always advise people that don't just give your children iPads to just watch anything, especially if they are in these circumstances. Yeah. There are a lot of things. Mr. Tamble is there. Let them watch things that will enhance their speech. So for those who are not verbal, let them watch Mr. Tamble because he's signing, he's singing along. And why not? If your child tells you, Daddy, I want to go to the toilet, it's not a major breakthrough in your quest to raise your child. Then every time it's like he's wearing pampers and he's pooping around his ear. Oh, you can't even take her to town. So let them watch certain positive programs.
He wasn't talking, but today he's able to express himself.
Wow.
That's why I was asking the question.
It's very important. It heals. It heals. That's what I'm saying, that they've taken this united front, and like I'm saying, perhaps they are watching all these little children's program which enhances communication. But you, the other parents, it's like you are not watching. Instead of allowing your children to even watch these things, now we'll share TikTok, we'll share film, we'll share Ghana film, we'll share Nigerian film, we'll share Sierra Leonean film. Then it's like the children are there. Yes. You see, it's very important we take a positive interest in our children because they can get better. And they will get better if we can make these milestones. Because it's in our interest, the parents, so that we are relaxed, long life. In Quentin, India.
And one thing is, I have an Indian friend. When she was pregnant, the doctors told her the child will be disabled. And the man didn't wait for the baby to come out. You just run away.
Wow.
You just run away.
Sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
You just run away.
That's sad.
Is it true that the doctors can tell the child will be autism from the womb?
I'm not an expert on that, but then it may be true because the blood test and the things they do can determine. Yeah, but I'm not an expert on that. But then they can tell. Maybe they can tell. But then if you can tell, if they can even tell, and you, the parents, you are told, embrace it. You know, be on the positive side. Like I'm always saying, be positive, because this is what God is bringing your way, whichever faith you are. This is what God is bringing your way, and so then let's embrace it, and then learn about it, and then move on. Progress.
I was furious when I heard that you, a man who pregnated a woman, now you realize that the baby is going to be disabled. You ran away and expecting a woman to deal alone.
Yeah.
Which is not right.
It's very unfortunate. Fair. And like we are speaking now, maybe you are a single parent, you can still handle it. Maybe you are couples, it's also doable. Don't give up. Yeah? Just listen to what we are saying today. Connect with like-minded people. Encourage, learn. Be open to learn. Accept the diagnosis early. And then there will be progress.
Yeah, let's crack on.
Yeah, another thing I want to touch on is
This is Home TV. Pay attention. And when you go to our ocean, we are touching on the parents with the autistic children challenges and the help they'll get. Some parent doesn't know that there's a lot of help for them and the training. That's what we are touching on. We are with the Reverend Aya in the studios. Yeah, Reverend. Yeah.
Yep. Another thing we just touched about it, but I just want to make more emphasis on it. Times of breaks and prioritize self-care. It's very important. You make time for activities. Nourish your mind, body, and soul. By taking care of yourself, you'll better equipped to care for your child and navigate the ups and downs that comes with their parenting. It's very important. Yeah. And when we are talking about holidays is not maybe going to Spain. Maybe we'll go outside London, Wales, Cromwell, and Kent, just to chill out, relax. You see, don't only send the money to Africa when they call you at 2 a.m. Take a coach, go to Cromwell, go to Bournemouth, somewhere, then relax.
Because government will bring somebody to care for it.
That's if you've opened up to help. No. And so they know that you are in the system and they can make provision for it. So it's very important with self-care, because it can be overwhelming. Yeah. Some of us have 2, 3 children with the same spectrum. Be patient. It's not a hopeless situation. Just make sure you self-care, take times of break, and then the necessary help for 2-3 days. You come back again, and you continue with the good work you are doing with your child. It's a very good work you are doing. Yeah. Don't give up. They will get better.
Is there any recreation centers you can take them to?
Yeah. In every boroughs today are recreational centers. We have some in Ilford. We have some in Adventure Play area. We have some in Redbridge. Yeah. Recently, we even went there. They have a farmhouse, a pond.
You can take them.
Oh, you can take them.
So and
for play, for adventure, especially people with special needs.
Yeah.
So they can identify with themselves. They have helpers there. There are a lot of play areas around. Just check with your council, check with your website, council website, the boroughs. Type in adventure areas. And then, if you are well-to-do, you can also take the person out for a holiday, whole family holiday. Why not? Just to take yourself from your community and then come back refreshed. It's very important we have that self-care.
Yeah, from your experience and coming from background for children with the autistic trainer or teacher, what's the challenges do you think parents face? The challenges?
I think one of the challenges parents face it goes with the funding. You see, there's funding because now there's a lot of pressure on the system. So it's one of the challenges of funding. So if you're not getting enough funding, or flat back, you see, even the space for the child. Because one of the things which also enhances their progress is the space. So even the way the room setting is, the bed, the coloring, the painting, all these factors help. But you're maybe in one flat B, so everything is
So
scrambled.
so the council is supposed to give
Yes,
you a bigger space
yes.
for the child to be free.
Yes,
room
and also
about
to even the way you arrange the place, all helps. But one of the challenges, like now, every day is a pressure on the system. So now,
especially the housing
thing. So it puts a lot of pressure on the parents. But it's also not a bad situation because in your own small way, whatever you have, once you can manage it and do with it, you can still make progress and help you, the parent. So that's one of the challenges. It's very important because you can't be taking care of your child. Things are all over the place, you know, and like some of us too, you don't want to change the diets of our children. Just say, bankuma.
You need to spend the money they are giving you to buy good food for them.
For children. Yeah. Variety of children, of the food they eat, these fizzy drinks, you have to know.
It's not good for them.
It's like, that's a cheap one we want to do, but no, it's not helping them. Spend. The little you have spent on this child, and you see, and so that's the challenge. And it all boils down to the community around us. If you are not listening to the right people, it's like, hey, don't use it to do this. Or, hey,
but if the child is not there, where are you going to get the money?
That's the thing. So it's like our mind is like we're getting the money for this, but not this. And it's also overwhelming you, the parent, as you're watching me and listening to me. But if you had used the money which came to do the right thing, perhaps your daughter or your son would have been on a more brighter footing. But it's not lost. Still, there's still hope.
Mary Ochi, great job, Reverend Adam Alotvo. Very educative program. Knowledge is key. International gospel artist, Reverend Daniel. Thank you so much for the education. Solas Morrison Ochoy. So Reverend Daniel, thank you so much for your education. It's a very educative and informative. Adrian Adi, you are educating us. Thank you, people who are watching us online. Reverend, there's one thing I want to ask. If you have a child with an autistic and you don't have papers in this country, is there any help for you?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's easy, and this what has kept most of our people listening to me in the dark and being overwhelmed, stressed, and all that. Because they think that they don't have papers. And because you give the birth to your child in the hospital. So the hospital will by all means know that your child have developed this thing. So why I can only say that it's even an advantage for you to break out into the system.
So you can, so through the child,
yes,
you can get a status in this country.
You can break out into the system in the way that, okay, I've come to see Dr. Nana, whatever. This is and you've written this report of my daughter. Obviously, then the therapist will come in, the school, whatever, will come in, the nurse, district nurse will come in. All
GP
these,
and all that.
All these things that happen, it's in the interest of the child. And we're in a country where they owe it a duty of care for children. So it's not about your papers you don't have, it's about the child. And if it's about the child, why not open
then the government needs to do the needful.
Yes, why not open up for the child to benefit? At the end of the day, it is the child. It's not mom or dad, it's the child. But you are just like a caretaker, a carer. And so expose the whole thing to
I believe you, because some people bring their parent from back home to come and look after the child here. So if you have a child and you don't have the papers, of course, government will give you something.
You see, and that kind of ignorance, you see, you bring somebody home. What is he coming to do? It's knowledge free. It's not going to, then they are spanking the child, they're teaching mood and things. There's enough help here. I'm here. Nana is here. Teacher here is here. GP is here. The community is here. Together, we can do it. You don't need to bring somebody from Ghana. You see, and it's like maybe the money you even have to use to decorate the room with the best now they attract kids from Ghana or Africa, Nigeria to come.
When they come out, because they don't know anything, so they'll be shouting at them, and
Yes, and
even
it's
sometimes
like,
when you are not there, they'll be beating them.
you see, and then it's like now the whole thing becomes a social service issue.
Yeah.
Instead of the thing becoming a blessing, now a social service issue and everything. So parents, carers, if you are listening to us, don't shy away from these children. Open up for help. Talk to like-minded people. Read, listen.
Reverend, Councillor Ejay TV, Africa, have joined us from all the way from Suhum, Ghana.
Wow.
All the way from Suhum, Ghana. Councillor Ejay TV, Africa. Thank you, and thank you for watching us, and send our greetings to Ghana, and we are asking everyone to watch Councillor Ejay TV, Africa in Ghana, all the way from Suhum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so parents, the reason for this program and maybe many more programs is to throw light.
Yeah.
That is we have been privileged and graced with these children, and so we are in a better position to help them and make things happen for them. Good examples around. Let's talk. Let's listen. And
this is going to be ongoing program. We are not doing this just today. It's going to be ongoing program. Time to time, we'll come back and touch on.
That's right. So send your questions.
Yeah.
Send your emails. My email is danielre46@gmail.com.
Yeah.
danielre46@gmail.com. Small caps.
Yeah.
Send your emails. Send your questions, and we'll make to answer.
And the number again?
07378626601.
Yeah, I'm going to say my last word, and after that, I'll ask the Reverend to wrap it up for us. Then we bring the program to a close. All I am asking African community, the stigma, we don't want that. We don't want that. You are making parents feeling bad because they have autistic children. They are part of us. They came from our womb. They are part of us. You need to embrace them. When you see them on the bus, don't go and sit somewhere because you don't want them to touch you. But if it happens to be your child, you expect somebody to sit with you. You don't expect somebody to sit with you. So embrace them. Embrace them. Reverend, wrap it up for us, and let's bring a program to a close. And after that, if you have somebody to say hello and greetings and all that.
Yeah, just to say that it's been a very blessed time, a privileged time. For me, when I see these children, my heart goes out for them. And as parents, I know the hard work we are putting into it. Your efforts will be rewarded. Don't shy away from the situation. Let's embrace it. There is enough help available, enough people who are like-minded. And like I said, you are the best teacher. So if I can listen to you and add on to my knowledge, together we can help these our children. Realistic milestones, realistic goals, redefining expectation, praising when it is necessary. At the end of the day, you as a parent too, times of self-care is very important. And together, you see these our children doing very, very well. They are unique and they are blessed, and we are blessed to have them. So give yourself that knowledge, that education, and you'll be fine. Yeah. You'll be fine.
You have somebody to say hello to or something?
Oh, shout out to my wife, Evelyn, my daughter, Daniela, who is here with me in the studio. Oh. Wow, what a blessing. And to my church folks, Master C Chapel International, Leighton Branch, Sister Adam, Mary, Solis, everyone watching me and listening to me all the way from Ghana, Africa, Sierra Leone. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord increase you. May your expectation this year come to pass. God bless you.
God. Nazarhan Begum, also right discussion. Thank you, Nazara. Councillor Ejay TV, we thank you for joining us. Home TV UK, we are TikTok people. A lot of people join us from TikTok today. Roosbars,
Rusbas, thank you for joining us. Akosia Fortune, thank you. Becky, thank you. Phil, thank you. And many others, thank you. Because of our time, we end the program here. It's going to be ongoing program. Time to time, we will bring in Reverend and we speak about children with autism, or what they call autism. Yeah, please don't give anyone stigma.
That's right.
If you see them on the bus, they are human beings like me and you. Embrace them. Help the parents.
That's right.
In church, when they come to church, don't go and sit somewhere. You don't want them to sit with you. Please don't do that. Yeah. They are human beings. They came from our womb. They are our children.
Yeah.
They are from our womb. And there's a lot of help.
That's right.
Whether you have papers or you don't have papers, there's a lot of help for you.
That's right.
So don't say, because I don't have papers, I'm hiding my children. No, there's help for you. We have already put a Reverend's phone number on board. Contact Reverend. He will lead you the way and the necessary help you can get from government. He will tell you. This is Home TV UK. Pay attention. My name is Nana Emisa. Look up on the social media. You find our next program. We're trying to bring Oboba J. Adofo, one of his sons. We're trying. Hopefully, yeah, we will bring him on board. Thank you, and Home TV UK. Yakramon.
Thank you. Thank you, Nana. It's been nice having you.
Okay.